hairstyles of men changed radically in many steps of history. Hairstyles were influenced by different factors in history such as lifestyles, politics, social status, and popular culture, but especially since 1920, celebrities had the major role of signifying men's hairstyle. Today we have prepared a quick tour in history for you about men's hairstyles journey. In ancient Egypt and Greece, men's hair were usually short, but styled hairs were common between the upper classes. In the 15th and 16th centuries, men preferred to keep their hair at shoulder level. Some men also wore sideburns and fringes. At the beginning of 17th century, hairstyle became longer and curlier among men. In the 1600s, King Louis XIII and his son started to wear wigs that were whitened by powder, and this style spread to the whole Europe. The wig especially became popular for judges. In 1795, British government started to get tax from the hair powder that was used on wigs. As a protest against this, Duke of Bedford had an unpowdered cropped haircut. That haircut became popular at that period and stylized with the name of Bedford crop. In the early 19th century, facial hair as beard, mustache and sideburns became popular among men, mostly with the influence of political and military figures as Ambrose Burnside, Garibaldi and Napoleon III. When we come to late 1880s, men started to wear pompadours by using artificial hair strands to make the hair gain additional height and depth. Men were combing their hair far upper than their foreheads. Hairstyles started to change faster after 1920 in short time periods. Between 1920 and 1930s, men started to keep their hair short. In 1920s it was more like side parting in the middle and combing back with creams or tonics, when in the 1930s it was neat and clean around the ear and tapered down to nothing at the nape. Celebrities such as Douglas Fairbanks Jr. and Rudolph Valentino, Clark Gable and Cary Grant pioneered those styles. Around 1940s, beginning of the World War II conveyed popularization of military haircut bus. This haircut was short and slicked back at the sides, blending into longer length at the top. In 1950s, pompadour hairstyle spreaded again with the influence of celebrities as Elvis Presley and James Dean. In 1960s, with the emergence of popular music band The Beatles, hairstyles of men changed radically. Men started to wear longer full-fringed haircuts. In 1970s, men started to grow their hair longer with no styling at all, with the influence of hippie movement. In 1980s, many different striking hairstyles used by men as mullets, jerry curls, big hair, mohawks, brightly colored hair, and spiky hair. For many years men changed their hairstyles accordingly with the fashion of that day to feel more confident and more handsome. Today fashion keeps changing in speed, but the importance of hair for men stays the same. Men see their hair as a significant factor for their attractiveness and try to take care of it as much as they can with hair products and hair transplantation.